At the age of 67, Peter Pemberton's flying career is extensive, but for the past year he's had this ordeal hanging over him till today. He was employed to tow a banner advertising Setanta Sports near the stadium here at Eastlands on the day of Robinho's debut, the match between City and Chelsea. But the design of the banner, the judge said, was somewhat misjudged. It was a large red shirt, something that was bound to annoy the blue half of Manchester that was gathered here. One of the fans inside the ground complained to the Civil Aviation Authority that they thought the plane was so low it could crash into the stadium. The rules on low flying say you must be able to fly clear of the area and without danger to persons or property if the engine stops. Air traffic control gave permission for the plane to fly between 1,000 feet and 2,000 feet. One witness says he was as low as 800 feet, but the judge rejected that, accepting Mr Pemberton's evidence that he was no lower than 1,500 feet and may have been as high as 1,800 feet. That would mean he could glide without power for around 3¾ kilometres. The test is whether there's any land not classed as congested, in other words built up, that could be used to bring a plane down in an emergency, and it's this area of scrubland a couple of miles from the stadium that Mr Pemberton says he could have used, but the Civil Aviation Authority said in their opinion this wasn't suitable because just over there are some houses. Now, there are no official maps of congested areas, so it is up to a pilot's judgment.
There is a great deal of confusion as to what, for instance, a congested area is, and that's the starting point. You have to know whether or not you're over a congested area before you need to work out whether you need to glide clear of it. And that's the difficulty, one of the difficulties of this case, and a difficulty in general for aviation over what we might call built-up areas in the normal sense of the word. I think it would be helpful for pilots to know where the congested areas were, and that's something that could be published on charts. You know, we have other things published on charts, and maybe a congested area chart of the UK could be superimposed over the current aviation charts that we use for the various areas of the country.
Up till now, Peter Pemberton said it was working with Angelina Jolie that was the high spot of his career, but describing his relief at the not guilty verdict as a brilliant job. Surely this must now come close. James Webster, Channel M Today.